About 2 years ago, I left the country for the first time, and I went to the Ukraine. And this is the sign for the Ukraine. I flew over there to do some missionary work and meet with the deaf people there. And it is very different than it is here in the U.S. Their signs are different. For example, this is a sign for father and the sign for mother. The sign for grandfather is like this, and the sign for grandmother is like this. The sign for cab is like this. So I went over there to work with young people in a camp, and they would play sports. I would teach them Bible study, and every night I would preach to the deaf kids in the camp there. And I also got a chance to travel around the Ukraine, all over the Ukraine, to different communities, deaf communities in the Ukraine. And they're not as developed as they are here. The culture there, it's very hard for the deaf communities to interact. There's not a lot of technology, and they're very isolated. The deaf schools, there's not a lot of deaf schools. There's not a lot of chances for the different communities to interact with each other. There's just different, many pockets of deaf communities all over the Ukraine, but they're kind of separate from each other. And opportunities for the deaf there are very limited. And their living conditions are pretty bad. Like in the homes, they don't have like living rooms, dining rooms. It's like living in a college dorm with beds and the bathroom in a separate area outside that everybody uses. So, and for dinner, if they want to eat dinner, they have to go at a certain time, otherwise they're going to miss it. I was just shocked by the culture there. I was there for about 2 weeks. I came back to the U.S. and then I went back to the Ukraine again. About 6 months later, I went back, and it was a really great experience for me.